Well, hi, everybody. Today we're going to be talking about volleyball and its rules as we'll play them in PE class. First, we want to start with the serve in volleyball. The server must serve from behind the end line, that's the blue line, until after contact is made with the ball. The ball may be served underhand or overhand, as pictured below. The ball must clearly be visible to opponents before the serve. The serve may graze the net and drop to the other side for a point. Unlike tennis, if a serve hits the top of the net and goes over, it is a good serve. The first game serve is determined by a volley. Each game after that is served by the previous game's loser. If we end up playing volleyball games together, that's a game is a match that plays to 25, then we'll be using this to determine who serves next. The serve must be returned by a bump only, no setting or attacking a serve. You may not spike a serve that comes over the net. Next, we want to talk about scoring. Rally scoring will be used. That means every point that's played on the court is a scorable point. For students who are used to other types of scoring for volleyball, this is the easiest form of scoring, and it's the form of scoring that's done now with all competitive levels of volleyball. There will be a point scored on every score of the ball. Offense will score on a defensive miss or on an out-of-bounds hit. The defense will score on an offensive miss, an out-of-bounds hit, or a serve that goes into the net. Games will be played to 25 points, and in order to win a game, you must win by 2 points. Rotation is important in volleyball. A team will rotate every time their team wins the serve. Whenever the other team is serving a point and that team loses, the team that is now going to get the serve will rotate. We do not rotate when we serve and miss a point or when we serve and win a point. Rotations only happen when the serving team, the other team, loses the point. Players will rotate in a clockwise manner, as shown below. Number 1 in the diagram below is the server. 1 would move to number 6 slot, 6 to 5, 5 to 4, 4 to 3, 3 to 2, and 2 slides back to the 1 slot. There will be 6 players on each side of the volleyball net. Playing the game. A maximum of 3 hits per side is allowed in a game. Players may not hit the ball twice in succession. A block is not considered a hit. The same person may not hit the ball 2 times in a row. The ball may be played off the net during a volley and on a serve. The net is live. Any ball that goes off the net may be played. A ball touching a boundary line is good. A legal hit is contact with the ball by a player's body above and including the waist, which does not allow the ball to visibly come to rest. As long as the ball isn't sitting on part of your upper body, then the ball is played. If 2 or more players contact a ball simultaneously at the same time, it's considered one play, and the players involved may not participate in the next play on the ball. In other words, if 2 players strike a ball that's hit from the other side at the same time, both of them may not hit the ball on the next time it comes down, but the ball stays in play, and that only counts as one volley. A player must not block or attack a serve. Switching positions will only be allowed between frontline players, after the serve only. This usually is not an issue in PE class. Basic violations. Stepping on or over the line on a serve is a violation. you can lose the point for that. Failure to serve the ball over the net, hitting the ball into the net or below the net, loses a point. Hitting the ball illegally by carrying it, palming it, or throwing the ball is also illegal. Touches of the net with any part of the body while the ball is in play is against the rules. If the ball is driven into the net with such a force that it causes the net to contact an opposing player, no foul is called. The ball shall continue to be in play on the side of the net that it bounces to. Reaching over the net is allowed, except when these things happen. When you've hit a ball and you're following through on that hit, you're not allowed to reach over. When blocking a ball which is in the opponent's court but is being returned, the blocker must not contact the ball until after the opponent who is attempting to return the ball makes contact. If you reach under the net and it interferes with the ball or the opposing player, that's against the rules. And failure to serve in the correct order is a block of the rules, and you lose the point. Any blocks or spikes from a position which is clearly not behind the 10-foot line, while in a back row position, is also not allowed. Again, that rule is not often enforced in PE class. We'll be more concerned about any violations with the net as it relates to blocks, follow-throughs, or contacting the net. Thanks a lot for listening. These are the rules to volleyball for PE class.